Hello, welcome back. Today, as you can see, we have the Lamborghini Murcielago, which is an amazing car. I don't know what I did to it, but it's fine. So let's just jump straight into the video, and if you do go on to enjoy the video, enjoy this kind of content with cars and all that good stuff, subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. The Lamborghini Murcielago was first introduced in 2002 and was in production until 2010 and was the successor of the absolutely gorgeous Lamborghini Diablo. These production years for the Murcielago also include the SV, the Roadster, which was 2004 onwards, and any other editions like race cars and the Versace edition and 40th anniversary edition and all that good stuff. Most Lamborghinis also have the LP designation, which is then followed by some numbers. For the Murcielago LP640, it's, LP640, referring to the engine placement in the car, and the numbers refer to the power output produced by the car. The Roadster also came in a limited LP650-4 variant. The 4 refers to all-wheel drive, which means, obviously all the wheels are driven, but it's different to four-wheel drive for reasons I'll probably get into in another video on another channel where I'll talk about cars. The SV, meaning Super Veloce, or Veloce or whatever, was LP670-4. However, the first 5 years of Murcielago production, there was no LP designation, but they were all-wheel drive, like all of them are all-wheel drive with a V12. And then in 2006, the LP designation was applied to the Murcielago and the Roadster and all that good stuff. With a total of 4,099 cars being produced, that's including race cars and all the editions and all that. It also makes them somewhat of a rarity, nothing to the extent of like a 918 Spider or a Venton, more on the Venton later because it links in with the Murcielago. But still, they're an uncommon sight. So now let's just move on to the Reventon because it's coming into the same section. This was a car produced in 2007 and there were only 25 coupes or coupes produced and 15 roadsters, making them one of the rarest Lamborghinis ever produced. There was also a design study by Lamborghini which was to modernize the Miura, and it looks very good. The Miura is like the first supercar, it's like classed as the first supercar. Both of these cars were based on the Murcielago's chassis. So one more fact before I move on to the specifications. Murcielago is Spanish for bat and was like a fighting bull in Spain or something back in like the 1800s. The specifications of the car are relatively confusing due to all the variants produced, but I'll try to make it easy to understand. So the first Murcielagos are not the same as the LP640, as they produced 572 horsepower, which is 427 kilowatts, and had a 6.2 litre V12. All the Murcielagos use a V12 engine, since they're like the big Lamborghinis, not the Gallardo or the Huracan. It did 0 to 62 miles an hour, or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.8 seconds, and would go on to do a top speed of 205 miles an hour. The Roadster produced the same power and top speed and like all of the good stuff, but I think it was like a second slower, 0 to 62 or something. Now the LP640 had 631 horsepower, which is 471 kilowatts, and obviously the 640 is PS, but I'm not going to put that in since it's kind of obvious by the designation of the car. It also had a 6.5 litre V12, up from the 6.2 litre V12. And the LP640 Roadster was then updated to match the LP640 Coupe, or Coupe, or however you want to say it. And it's a lot of numbers, but there are still some more, which is even better. The SV had the same engine, but bumped the power up to 661 horsepower, 493 kilowatts, and 0 to 62, or 100 kilometers an hour, is completed in around 3.2 seconds. It could go on to do 213 miles an hour, with a smaller optional wing attachment, and then with a larger wing attachment there was like 209. And fun fact, only 5 to 6 SVs had manual transmissions. I'm pretty sure we're done with the numbers there. There's still some more in later sections, but it's okay. The design of the Murcielago is incredible, iconic. Those are the right words, I'm pretty sure. It's undoubtedly a Lamborghini with its sharp styling and iconic Lamborghini doors. Like, you know, the ones that fold up, they're basically scissor doors, but people just put them on their cars and say they're Lamborghini doors, which are only on the V12 cars, which is a fun fact. So if you see them on like the Gallardo or Hurricane or even the Mura, I don't think the Mura had them, but I doubt anyone's put them on the Mura because the Mura is like pretty expensive. Yeah, so if you see them on the Gallardo and Hurricane, they're aftermarket and didn't come from the factory with the scissor Lamborghini doors. The Murcielago also had asymmetrical side intakes, as only one was required to cool the oil cooler. That's what I read. It might be different, but I'm not too sure. Pretty sure the other one was like a fake, or it didn't lead to anywhere. It's a very quirky car, as Doug DeMuro would say. It also had bat wings in quotation marks, which rise up from the top sides of the car, and they look awesome. It's like, I'm doing the actions with my hand right now, but you can't see that, so it's fine. This is also to provide extra cooling for that huge V12 engine, which is also another fun fact. It's the same engine from the Mura and the Countach and the Diablo, the same being in quotation marks, because obviously it's not, it's got way more power, but it's the same. I think it's like got the same firing order or same something, and it just makes them the bloodline of them engines. The Murcielago is definitely a worthy bedroom wall poster car with its huge engine, exaggerated styling and all that. It's actually kind of funny because I don't have a Murcielago on my wall and it's one of my dream cars. I've got the Diablo in the Countach and a GT3 RS and all that good stuff, but not a Murcielago. Need to get one up there. Pretty sure anyway that that's us done with the design. I mean, it's just Italian, isn't it? It's quirky, it's over the top, it's not necessarily beautiful like a Ferrari would be, but or a Mura. Mura's probably the best looking car on this planet, but it's close. It's got its own personality, and that's what really matters, especially with cars, because you know it just does. It matters. Now let's move on to my thoughts, and obviously I did no research for this because I know what my thoughts are on it. I love it, like genuinely, it is one of my favorite cars. Not the SV, not any race cars or anything, just a normal LP640. I just bashed my knee. That is not a special edition. And like, I've just always imagined it in, I think it's like Giallo Orion, which is just a fancy name for yellow, what Lamborghini use, with silver wheels, and oh, it's perfection. Like, come on, it's a Lamborghini from my era, 2000, like early 2000, like 2003, with a 6-speed manual transmission. It is perfection. Sure, like, it's by no means the fastest car in the world, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Yes, the car is fast, but it's no Bugatti or Koenigsegg or Hennessy or out like that. But that's the thing, it's not trying to be. It's trying to be a driver-focused car with some reliability issues and maybe some fire hazards, but that's all the fun of driving it. Again, it's perfection. 6-speed manual attached to a V12 with 631 horsepower. Yes, please. Give me it right now. I mean, they're like 200 grand, but that's fine. I'll get one if this YouTube thing takes off, which hopefully it will. Well, that's kind of it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
And all I know is you're fine when you do what you do. And babe, I wanna make you mine. When I see those hips move, I'm thinking, damn girl, yeah, just let me be your man, girl. Your blood's running through my veins like it's cocaine. We always move fast, never in the slow lane. Enough foreplay, baby, this my domain. Don't wait, take the wheel and we can go play. Oh, you a bad girl, know what you like, yeah. Said you like your eggs with a little sunny side, yeah. Said you make them beg for seconds every time, yeah. I'm here to feel your legs all tingle every night, yeah. And all I know is you're fine when you do what you do. And babe, I wanna make you mine. When I see those hips move,